We just finished our lunch and we're having coffee. This morning, I'm teaching Sanya how to write keywords and titles and descriptions for stock photography, and we are making her first stock agency profile. First, we thought we are going to upload everything on the same profile, but we decided to split only for stock photography. We're still married, and I'll tell you why later. Right now, we are in Lightroom. We are adding keywords and titles and descriptions in Lightroom, and we also prepared Google document where we are going to keep evidence of everything and track where we upload, where we are rejected, where we are accepted, and how many photos in each agency we have. So see you later. After 2 very exciting days, we are back to a rat race. Back to school again. When we decided to get into stock photography, we thought we would create one pseudonym, one profile, and upload everything under that. But quickly I realized that you actually need to input your real name, on some websites you even need to give them your documents, your passport, your PayPal accounts, billing. And when you upload these model releases or property releases, there is only one photographer. And you can register your account as a company, but we currently don't run a company. So we don't want to get into muddy things. So we decided to split up. We're still married, but we'll have separate accounts. And that's not probably the main reason why we're splitting our accounts and that each of us is going to upload separately their photos. But probably the main reason is when I started uploading photos, every time I would upload Sanya's photos, I would feel a big deal of guilt because uploading something that's not initially mine. And when you check some of the portfolio files, it says my name, my profile name. Yes, it's both of us pictures, and in the description I wrote it's 2 of us working under one profile, but still some of the websites, I think like Alamy, they require your ID and strictly your name, like legal name, and it just doesn't feel right. And the other thing is, the more I tried to upload, the more I realized how big of a deal that is. It's so much work. And to reduce that work, I think it's more efficient if we split. So you get to do on your own photographs, I get to do on my own, upload them on separate websites. And in the same way, we are putting eggs in different baskets. Yes, probably we're going to use the same websites, but yet again, under 2 different profiles. Both can have benefits, like putting everything on one profile and building a large portfolio, or putting it under 2 profiles with smaller portfolios but more specialized. I mean, I'm never going to shoot leaves and flowers and stuff like that, like Sanya does, or food, probably not my thing. But I enjoy portraits. I enjoy cityscapes, wildlife, stuff like that. So let's see what happens. One day I'll probably start shooting sports events. something Sanya probably won't do. She doesn't enjoy watching football and taking photos of actions and everything in football. So why having that under the same profile? One of other big reasons for doing that is that I did all the work, all the editing in Lightroom, and that's something Sanya doesn't know how to do that yet. She's learning. And I thought, okay, I've been doing that for years. It's like second nature for me. So I'll do it. But even then, it's just a lot of work. For the last 2 days, we shot mostly about 1,000 photos in 2 days. Yes, we picked the best, but that's still more than 200 photos that need to be uploaded to the stock websites. And for one person to do it in a short amount of time, I think it's almost impossible. And especially when Sanya is going to stop working after next month, it will just she'll have more time for editing. And this morning I was teaching Sanya how to do the basic stuff for stock photography and also the most important stuff for stock photography, and that's titles, descriptions, and keywords, and also keeping track of them and organize them in a proper manner. So if you're interested, I'll just show you how we do it, and it will also be great for Sanya to have some kind of reference if she forgets what I taught her this morning and she just can't reach me out because I'm busy or whatever. So let's see. First we start with Adobe Lightroom. I keep everything organized in Lightroom, and I also have a spreadsheet for that. If I can have a spreadsheet for something, I will have a spreadsheet for something. It's not necessary to have the spreadsheet, but I think in the long run it will pay off because you just can keep track of everything that you have, all the photos, all the videos. So far I only shot photos. But yeah, let's get into Lightroom. So here we go. I keep organized by default by date, which I think is great. It starts with the year, like this main folder. And Lightroom makes these folders for you, like year, month, and day. Okay, let's move to some other folders. If we had some kind of planned shoot and I know I'm gonna recall photos from there, I just renamed the folder to something like test and food. Like again, test, this is when we got the cameras, Rode microphone. So this is thumbnails for the video I made about a Rode Video Micro. This is also that day some photos that I posted on stock. Again, family. This is our walk, and I keep everything rated. And this is shoot from 2 days ago, and this is just shoot from yesterday. And yesterday I didn't even have time to check all the photos and to rate them, but they're neatly in the folder. There is a folder on my external hard disk, which is very fast. That is my work hard disk. And I keep everything there until I edit them or run out of space. And then I put them in the archive, which is on my HDD drive, which just sits there, and it just to recall it if I ever need it. And all the movement of folders and files is done in Lightroom. So how do you say that? Lightroom or Lightroom? Don't know. Lightroom. Sounds more natural and pleasing than Lightroom. Can't say it once. Doesn't matter. Okay, so that's what I do here. And I also started making some collections, which I need to go through them again. I have like cities, events, family, food, landscapes, models, pets, products, smart collection, interesting photos, nature, street. They're just pre-made collections, didn't put many photos in them. I'll have to go one by one and just select them for future reference and just to be able to find them more easily in the future, basically. When I like the photo, I give it 1 star. And once I have all the 1 stars from a shoot, I then go through I apply a filter and just see, like here, rated 1 star, and I'll have all the 1 stars here. And if I think, all right, this is good enough for stock, then I give it the green. Means green light means you go on the stock. So from this shoot, I only had 6 photos out of 55 in total, which is okay, like 10%. I tend to keep 10 to 20% of everything I do as good, and 80% is just complete waste of time and trash. Can't say waste of time. Mostly it's the process of learning, and that's that Pareto model where 80% of your success comes from 20% of your effort, and that model repeats in many other spheres of your life. But let's not get deeply into that. Keep in mind that I only use 10 to 20% of what I shoot I use for stock. Should you do that like me? Probably not, but just something to keep in mind. So after I organized everything here, give them green light, I export into a separate folder, usually on my desktop, and once I upload to a website, I just archive them on the other hard drive, which is right now at home and I can't show you. Before I actually hit this button, export, I do all the keywords, titles, and descriptions in Adobe Lightroom. So let's take a look at this photo, this Sanya leaning over the bridge, trying not to jump. And here is all the keywords. And if I scroll down, so I need to take care of this. Here we have file name. I don't change the file name. You'll see why now. And here we have title and caption. Caption is basically the description. Title is just a name for your photo that's going to be displayed on the website. And the reason why I put all the keywords in the photos is when I upload them, each and every site can read the data, don't know, data, I said data. Each and every site can read that data from the photo, and I don't have to put it manually. But anyways, I keep all of the data in the spreadsheet. So if I decide to add photos to some agencies that I haven't added before, I have all the data in the spreadsheet, and I want to keep track of where each photo has been accepted, where it has been uploaded and accepted, and where it had to be edited or rejected and won't be accepted at all. So let's jump into the worksheet quickly. I'll add just one more column because I figured out that's going to be useful in the future. This is a shoot date, and here I'll just keep upload date and need to change these accordingly. But anyway, here I will put the shoot date, means the date of actual physical shoot. And here in this column B, I put the name, I put the date of the actual upload, first upload to websites. So once I upload to the first website, I keep that in one batch. And even if I didn't upload to all the websites, I'll keep that date as a first upload. That means that these files were ready for uploading. Then I'll in the third column, I have file names. So exact names of the photos, photo documents, not the titles, but the names. If I edited something in Photoshop, like removing logos and stuff, then I just put this /edit, because that's how Photoshop renames that file, and I just go with that flow. So in the future, if I need to find a photo, I could just copy this name, go in this Explorer and find the file, or in the Lightroom. Here is the title. This is a photo that Sanja shot of German pretzels that she made, and they all have the same name, so I just copied them. Also, every photo has the same keyword. I just copy them here, they're all here. Description, I didn't copy it here because I didn't write it for this particular shot, but here I have in the second batch, these 7 photos that you just saw in Lightroom, I have title, which is like shorter, and I have description, which is expanded version of that same title. Like add just few more words, be more descriptive, because I tend to keep the titles a bit shorter and more precise, and description is more in depth of what you can see in that image, representing that image, and something that the people who might need that kind of photo that I have could type in the search to actually find it. So like here, you have an overcast sunset over a canal in China, which is maybe going too much into details. I have a beautiful overcast sunset over a canal in a residential area in Chinese suburb. So if anyone types overcast sunset, canal, China, they might end up finding that image, and if they like it, they could download or buy it depending on the site. And here again we have keywords. So column D is titles, descriptions is column E. Column F is keywords. We already went through them. I'll probably do separate videos on how you should do keywords. Here I just want to point out that I keep everything in here, including keywords. And this is editorial, yes or no. If it's not editorial, means it's commercial, it means it can be used for commercial purposes, and you usually need a release for that, either model or property. And if you don't have neither people or recognizable buildings in the images, then you don't need a release. If you just take photos of leaves and you want to sell them as commercial, you could do that. But if you have people there, you need a release also for recognizable private property. And this is the only release I have. This is release that Sanja signed. And it says the file name of the release, which I keep in separate folder on my computer, like right here on my work disk. I have releases, then model releases. Let's go out here, releases, model releases, the date of the shoot. I might add up the name as well. Let's edit now. Let's see, walk in Rian. I think that's how I named that shoot. And here we have model release. This is mine. Don't know why I have that one. And this is Sanja's model release. And again, PDF and JPEG the same. So she had to sign that she agrees that that image of her will be used for commercial purposes. And that's what every model has to sign, even if you shoot yourself. And every time you shoot, you need to have that. So I keep everything here. And here, after the release, I keep track of every website that I use for stock photography. So far I use Shutterstock, Adobe Stock, Dreamstime, 123RF, Alamy, Deposit Photos, and iStock or Getty Images. So, and here we go. You can see that this one was rejected. I need to re-edit the title. Still didn't have time to do that. This one was rejected. This one was approved. When it says forget about it, it means something is so bad with the image that don't bother re-editing or reapplying, re-uploading actually. And these are all approved. And if the image is ready for uploading and I still didn't upload it, it just has the status of uploading. And as you can see, I didn't upload a single image to Deposit Photos or iStock simply because I didn't have time. And that's basically it, how I organize my photos. So far we have like 24 minus 3, it's like 20, 21, 22 photos uploaded. We uploaded on Sonja's profile 5 more this morning. It was a slow process because I was explaining everything to her, just what you're seeing right now, but in much more detail. And we only opened an account for her at Shutterstock, and soon enough we'll open Adobe Stock, Dreamstime, 123RF, Alamy, Deposit Photo, and iStock. This is basically how I keep everything organized. Although it might seem like a lot of work, I think in the future when we have like thousands of photos and you need quickly to find a reference for something or to keep track easily which photos are on which websites, because you won't be uploading them at the same time. Some will be rejected at one website, some won't be rejected. And if you don't keep track of that, I think you will get lost easily. I know there are people who work perfectly fine without doing any of this. But as I said, if you can make a spreadsheet for something, you know that I will make a spreadsheet for something. I have at least one spreadsheet for many aspects of my life, which I won't share in this video because that's not the subject. But yeah, I love spreadsheets. Yes, I dream about spreadsheets. So that's it for this video. Not very exciting, pretty boring day, just admin work. That's part of the stock photography. And we already figured out that will be majority of the work for stock photography. Like we'll probably have 1 or 2 shoots per week, and then 5 days per week of plain admin work. Yes, you can delegate this to certain agencies or to certain people, but right now we don't have much income from that. Actually, it's 0. So we'll do all the work at the beginning. Maybe if we have enough resources in the future, we would delegate to somebody else. But right now, that's how it is. And soon enough, we expect to start earning money from this. And we need to start very, very soon. So see you in the next one.